Hi, I'm the host of the STO Smokers Lounge. I'm here to tell you about Anchor, the perfect app that you can use right now to start your own podcast network. You can broadcast right now. All you got to do is download the app, whether you have a phone, iPad, or even a laptop or desktop. You can right now download Anchor or go to Anchor FM right now and start recording and have your stuff broadcasted over multiple platforms such as Spotify. So go to Anchor today and start your podcast career like I have, because trust me, I love me some Anchor.
Hey, it's Princess Havoc, your favorite BBW adult star and host of Causing Havoc, along with the fabulous Bobby Lucas, where we talk about anything and everything. Come follow the dopamine with us Sundays at noon, now with video. Part of the Premium Smoke Room family and streaming exclusively on Anchor and Spotify. Run, don't walk to subscribe now. For only $4.99 a month, you get my show and 4 other great shows as well. See you there. Mwah.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I just love when people come through with that positive energy. I love it.
So do I. I love positive energy.
No doubt, no doubt. I finally was able to catch up with you. I know that you are one of the hardest working women in the porn business. You stay busy, Miss Lady.
I do stay busy, but I don't know if I'm one of the hardest ones, but
Well, shoot, I can't tell because they say it's better to be overbooked than underbooked anyway.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
So, how long have you been in this lovely business of ours?
I have been in the business almost 3 years.
Oh my goodness! See, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. It's like when I meet people, it's like sometimes I be thinking that they've been in the game like for a minute just by the way they move, and then when they tell me they ain't been in the game long, I'm just like, whoa, that you know what I'm saying? That speaks like volumes, period. So, with the 3 years that you're doing this, what's the one thing that if someone asks you your biggest takeaway from doing adult film, what's your biggest takeaway from doing adult film for the years you've been in it?
My biggest takeaway?
Yeah.
Like what do you mean on that?
Like what's the one thing that you have learned about yourself and everything, period.
Yeah. Well, one thing I have learned is you can't care about what other people think.
Yes, we got to have thick skin in this.
Yes, that is very true. You learn quickly. You can't, not to care about what others think of you. As long as you're doing what you need to do for yourself, and growing your business, and that's all that matters. So you just do you and not worry about what other people think. The people that love you and support you will always be there, and if not, then you probably don't need it. So.
Yes, because a lot of people walk into the game with what I call shame. And I tell them that the first thing you got to do is throw the shame out the window. Because if you walk in shame, it's going to prohibit you from growth. You know what I'm saying? And moving in the business. Period.
That is very true. Yeah, you just have to own what you do. Be successful, work hard, and be happy.
Most definitely. And with that being said, I'm about to do these particulars so we can get this lovely show on the road.
Okay.
No doubt. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcasting career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and start podcasting today. I'm your host, Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, a.k.a. the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link allmylinks.com/porn-rap-star. I have 3 wonderful sponsors to tell you about. The first one being the Facebook and LS community, lsswirl.com. Next up is one of the hottest adult rising magazines in the game right now as we speak, Eroticism Mag. So go to eroticismmagazine.com and get yourself a monthly subscription. You can get it digital or get it mailed to you paperback. And last but not least, but black owned, I'm talking about excitebunny.com. For you consumers, another place for you to enjoy XXX content. And for you content creators, a place where you can get 90% profit. You don't have to worry about hashtag blocks or shadow ban or any of that. And they even offer healthcare. So whether you're a consumer, whether you're a content creator, get a profile on excitebunny.com. We're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. Plus, while you're at shopgwdistrict.com, get some shopping done from over 500 Black-owned retailers and shops. Also, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the BGPLLC app. Now, after that long-winded intro, let me shut up and let this sexy, big booty future legend in this business introduce herself.
Hi, I am Kaylani Kai. I'm so excited to be here today.
Yes, I'm excited to have you. And I saw that you had the pleasure of working with Wildside Productions, aka Sarah J. Tell me about it. How was it working with a legend?
Oh, you know what? I love Sarah J. It was great. She's a very positive, fun to be around, easygoing person. Her and her crew, they're great. I love them. I loved working with them. It was great meeting her, and yeah, we had a good time.
No doubt, no doubt. So, what kind of shoot did y'all do, and who did you happen to work with?
We did. Let's see, Sergey. We did. I worked with. Well, I actually did a girl with her.
Ooh.
So, yes, I was so exciting to do one with the legend. So, anyways, we did a girl, and then we did one with we did one with Preston Parker and Sean Dam.
Oh God, you did a threesome?
Well, over a couple days we did a few different, yeah.
Oh, okay, no doubt.
Well, no, but they were all separate. They were boy girls. There wasn't a threesome. We didn't do a threesome, unfortunately, maybe one day, but we just had the girl, and then the other ones were boy girls.
Yes, because not a lot of people get the opportunity to actually work with Sarah J. You got the opportunity to work on camera with Sarah J. I know that you was excited, yo. I know you was stoked. You know what I'm saying?
I was, because I haven't been in the business long, so so all the the legends. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet them. Plus, COVID came, and so that kind of slowed down the interactions.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm way out here. I'm not in a big city. So.
Oh, trust me, I know the feeling, because North Carolina porn stars don't come through it too often. If they do, they come through Charlotte. They don't come through Raleigh, Durham. I be like, damn, I like porn don't be in the state. So it was. So what type of scene? I know it was girl on girl. Was it a straight, fuck scene? Did y'all do role play with it? Paint the pictures for us.
Yeah. No, the scene was I was the boss and she was the employee.
Ooh, so you were the boss lady. Oh my God. You told her to eat my pussy.
Yeah, she did do a great job at that. So she was, I could tell, she was very experienced in that, in the girl. I haven't had too much experience in that area, but it was great.
I'm pretty sure you took to it like a fish took the water. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I learned a lot that day.
Oh, no doubt. And then, of course, you say you work with Sean Don. I had him on the show before. He's a legend. How was it working with the great Sean Don? And what type of things y'all do?
I loved working with him. Actually, for that, we did like a scene where he won the lottery. Yeah, he's a great actor. I love working with him. He's funny. He's just fun to work with. So that's the one that we did for that. I've also done just content with him as well. And we did a thing, like a a kind of like a Thanksgiving
Mm-hmm.
scene, which
Nice.
was really funny. Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, he's great. I like working with Sean. He's a good guy.
Most definitely, because it seemed like you not being in the game long, you have worked with the best in the business, period. So with that being said, let's go back. Let's unpack. How did Miss Kai come into the business of adult film?
Well, honestly, I really got sick of working my 9 to 5. And so I had a friend that did some camming, and I was just talking to her one day, and she was telling me about it. And then I kind of just one night we were just sitting around with some friends, and I just submitted some photos. We're just kind of like joking around. Actually, I submitted some photos to some of the porn companies, and they were just from the phone, just from my phone. Like, oh, let's just see. I wasn't really expecting anything to happen from that. Actually, kind of forgot about it, and then a couple weeks later, they responded.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if they saw that pretty face and that banging body of yours, they were like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah,
and
I really
you
wasn't
fresh.
expecting that though. I wasn't expecting it, and then I had to make a decision at that point. But I didn't really. I think at that point I really wasn't. I didn't know what to expect, because I wasn't really aware of that industry much. And then yeah, now here I am. I know it's weird. I never thought I would be here. Let's just say that.
I mean, don't get it twisted. I don't think anybody actually, very few people actually, when they're kids, say, "I want to be a porn star when I grow up." It kind of like it either falls in your lap or you do it by happenstance. You know what I'm saying? And you ended up liking it. So, when the company contacted you and you decided, okay, I'm going to go with it. Who was the first company that you worked with? And tell us about the first time you arrived on set, because in this day and age, a lot of people that break into business, they break in on the amateur side where they don't cut their teeth with the big companies. You actually cut your teeth with a big company, so your experience is a little bit different than the average. So how was it, your first time working with a big company, and how was it on set? Plus, tell us some of the things that you experienced on set that kind of help you relax, because be it your first time on camera, your first time fucking on camera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Yeah, so the first large company that I worked with was Score. And the first person that I worked with was Jack Black.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know you're talking about.
So, I didn't know what to expect. So, I mean, I was kind of nervous. And I never really had just been naked in front of, just random strangers.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just walked on there and they told me what to do and everything. It was kind of fun. I was kind of nervous, but not really. I thought I would be more nervous, but the people there made me feel really comfortable, and they made me just feel like, they just did it every day. So it wasn't anything different. They made me feel comfortable. Their crew was really good. And the photographer was great to work with.
Yeah, because Score is a legendary company. So
yeah, so that was, I said, okay, I flew out there, and they made it really comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I didn't know how anything, how it was supposed to all go down.
No doubt,
So I learned from that. It was a great experience with Score. And then after Score, the next company that I worked with was Bing Bros.
You went even bigger. She went even bigger. Damn.
Yeah, but those are my first like porn, like real porn shoots. And so for me, because I really never even watched much porn in my life. So
from not watching it to
yeah,
being in it.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was different. It was definitely a lot different than what I had heard, about it once you're
Hmm.
actually in it and
Hmm.
doing it.
Hmm.
So was totally professional, business like a job, pretty
Yeah.
much. Wonderful people to work with. I loved working with Bing Bros and their crew. Great, made you feel comfortable. It was
Hmm.
fun. So I did quite a few scenes with them.
Hmm.
Then, let's see. Then I got to work with Browsers.
Yeah,
Um,
she made around. She made around. She made the rounds. God dang it.
yeah, and then I worked with them. They were great to work with as well. Like I've had such good experiences with the companies that I've worked with. I just had positive, good experiences, honestly.
Yeah, because see, the one thing that people don't realize when we fuck on camera, we have to be cognizant of the camera angles and stuff like that. As you started film from score to all the way up to when you did, browsers or what have you, what's some of the things that you learned about being in front of the camera, about your angles and being able to work the camera as you gain experience?
Yeah, so obviously the first ones, you learn a lot from the different ones, but yeah, the angles, there is a lot. I did learn there's a lot more to as far as the lighting, the
Hmm.
angles, and the way you have to open yourself up.
Hmm.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize it's work, it's an exercise. It's
Right. No, it's
you,
really a lot of work.
yeah. 'Cause I'm sitting here watching you with Brickzilla. I'm like, oh my God, she's just that's a
I
lot
mean,
of dick.
it's fun. It's fun work. It is fun work. I mean, I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to go back to a regular job ever,
yeah,
but it's still a lot of work, and it's just
yeah,
different. And you have to think about a lot of a lot of different things. So, and
yeah.
when you do your own stuff, you have to think more even
Hmm.
because you don't have people
Hmm.
per se just like the lighting person and all these different people that
And, and
specialize.
and then too, also the way that you came in the game. Because I was always taught this: the way you came in the game, you stay that way. How they see you, that's how they want to see you. So you came in working with the big dogs. So of course your family's gonna expect your content to have somewhat that same level of look. You know what I'm saying? How much,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? How much did work on keeping that same energy that you had on those sets, brought it to your own, content creation?
Um, I mean, I think it was kind of hard at first
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't, it's different being on set with a company rather than creating your own set.
Yeah.
So from the very beginning to now, it's improved a lot. But I didn't realize that there was a lot of, I mean, with when you're on set, a lot of times there's, scripts you have to, have down
Yeah.
and the acting, before you even get to the sex part.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it was going to be so much like that.
Yeah, I mean, but because you went to like Brazers and Bang Bros, they are straight up Hollywood as it comes, period. Because when we do content trade shoots, usually we don't necessarily write a script; we just do improv. In
Right,
worst case, it's
right,
bullet points. Period. Versus that you got to remember this whole script or what have you, and on top of that, the pressure of time is money.
right.
Period. So
Exactly.
yeah, so which the mental aspect of going on a paid gig is way different from a content exchange.
Yeah.
So speak to like some of the mental prep that you do before you do shoots, because people don't realize a lot of this game is mental more so than even physical.
Yeah. So for the big companies,
Yeah.
is that for the companies that I work when I work with them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, a lot of it is mental. You have to mentally prepare yourself. That you're going to get there, you're going to do a good job. Um, you have to be in like a really good positive place.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you just have to do your best because you're basically doing what they tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you to do this, you do that. You say this, you do this like this. So
Yeah, it's more robotic,
yeah,
actually.
it is, and it's more robotic. It's more acting, definitely. Someone's telling you exactly what to do every second, pretty much every step.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than when you do your own content, it's a lot more laid back. You can choose. That's one big thing I like about that. You can choose who you do it with,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you can choose what you want to do. And honestly, on the content that I do, my own, I choose just more, just like not real scripted stuff. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
just like a little dialogue in the beginning, and then just get more to things that I think people
Mm-hmm.
like more. With just maybe getting into more of the intimate sexual, stuff. Not like
Yes,
a huge dialogue. That's just
yeah.
how I like to work.
Yeah, because even when I watch your stuff, it's you have a sensualness and a sexiness about it. Period. Like even with your male talents, you kiss, y'all have foreplay and stuff like that. And I think a lot of that is missing in porn nowadays because since
Yeah.
we in the micro era and stuff. Do you think the way that you film your content helps you stand out even more and even help you with getting more bookings? Because you're kind of shooting like that of the Brazers and the Bang Bros and the whole nine. And I was always taught, if you want to make Playboy, you give them Playboy pictures. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think, I like to do a lot of sensual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if you'd call it old school or.
Oh no, no, it's the true school. Old school is the true school, baby. When I was male China, I liked the kiss. I wanted some foreplay. My damn self.
Yeah. So that comes really natural for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy, to just kind of be yourself
Yeah.
on film.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I love like, the more sensual aspect. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it does. I think more sensual, classy, type scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the kind I like to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because it's
on my own, I do my own.
yeah, cause even with me watching you right there getting rolled, that ass is beautiful, dog. I'm sorry. It's bullshit.
Which one was that?
This is the one with I think Johnny Love. Johnny Love.
Oh,
He was
Johnny.
just stroke. You were just sitting there, you just letting him stroke, and that ass is just moving as he strokes.
Oh, Johnny's great. You know what? Johnny is great. He is like great to work with. He knows, because I know he does, not just from a act, that like an actor's, performer, but
Mm-hmm.
he does do camera work and lighting and
Yeah.
everything. And you can totally tell because I love working with him because he knows exactly
Yeah, he know
what to
angles.
do, where to position you, all the
Yeah.
angles. So I can just kind of follow him, and I don't have to think about that as well. I can just
Yeah,
think about the
because I
set.
tell girls, yeah, 'cause I tell girls you want to work with professionals if you're gonna do this business and take it serious. Iron sharpens iron, you
Oh
know.
yeah, but
Because
he's one of the young guys that, he knows how to work everything. He makes it
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
easy.
yeah, I can see that. I can see how he was working that booty.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
one of my
working it
favorite
well.
my favorite young performers. I love working with him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I met him through we worked on some Bang Bros a few times site
Mhm.
together. That's how I met him. Then we kind of did our own, started doing some of our own.
Yeah. So I know that when it comes to because you have shot with professionals, I know this shapes how you do your content trade and how you pick the towns that you work with. So how you go about and what do you use to pick the guys that you shoot with for your content trade?
Well, because I don't know a whole lot of guys, obviously I kind of try to check them out on, on their social medias. Just kind of
Mm-hmm.
you kind of can learn a lot about somebody just off their social medias.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also ask for references sometimes. Ask them if they have references from other girls that
Mm-hmm.
they performed with. And what I'm really looking for is one of the bigger things is probably their professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's important to me. And, if they know what they're doing, like as far as their work, like I don't want to do a content trade with somebody and then the film it doesn't the scene doesn't come out good, or they forget to do something crucial, or
Mm-hmm.
especially if they're filming,
Mm-hmm.
um because then I just feel like
Yeah.
it was a wasted I mean, it is not a good feeling. It's like, okay, I just did that and I just totally wasted my time.
Yeah, because to keep it 100, you have a brand and you have a look for that brand. So the guys that you work with have to fit the look of the brand that's been making you money for these last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Plus, on top of that, the fact of that in this industry, they do, like, the big companies do look at what guys you shoot with. So it's kind of like the more guys you shoot with that they book, the more you get booked. You feel what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, I do. And I try to look at I guess because of due to COVID and stuff, the shooting,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't as much and stuff. And I started just the year before. So
Mm-hmm.
in all actuality, I haven't shot with a whole lot of guys in the business. I have shot, I do have a few that I shoot with quite a
Mm-hmm.
bit.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get to know others, like I want to find uh, good talent to do content trade with,
Mm-hmm.
quality content,
Mm-hmm.
But the ones I have
Yeah.
so far is just a few, just like a handful, like Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at Brickzilla, he's a great guy. I like Brickzilla.
Yeah, yeah. I'm watching his face fuck with you and Brickzilla. I'm like, she get mouth wet to the motherfucker right now.
Yeah, I mean, I have met a lot of people. Let's see, I do Johnny, Brickzilla. Who else do I shoot a lot with? Eddie J. I love working with him.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna
Um,
front, I would have loved to work with you when I was in my day, because there's so many things
uh-huh.
I could have came up with when it come to you. You know, what I'm saying, from the role play to what have you. You know, period. Because I always felt that you got to have variety with your content and stuff. So when it
Oh yeah.
comes to, like, when you decide what type of content you want to make, or what you want to make, where your creation comes from? Where do you know what I'm saying, some of your inspiration comes from?
Well, I mean, you do need variety. I mean, everybody has certain types of, people they want to work with, or, a certain look or a certain personality or whatnot. But, to for business purposes, to appeal to everybody,
Mm.
you do need to have variety. I do try to have variety. But there are certain people, that you meet and work with,
Yeah.
that you just really, hit it off good, and they're easy to work with and you feel comfortable. Um, so
Yeah, because the thing about what people don't realize is we woo each other on set. Now, I don't mean woo as in, I'm gonna take you out for dinner, we gonna fuck off camera. No. It's making each other feel comfortable so that the chemistry is there so the scene can go well. Period.
exactly,
Especially it's one thing with content trade, because you somewhat has the advantage of getting to know your talent, versus with paid gigs, you may not know who the hell you're shooting with. Period.
exactly.
So what's some of the things that you do to help talents relax in return?
Oh, when I'm on set, I like to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first get on set, and then the talent's there, because we're together pretty kind of a long time before we even start,
Yeah.
and I hate that silence. So I'll just
Yes.
go talk to them, ask them how their day's going, just kind of get to know them a little bit. That's really
Mm-hmm.
important to me.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody's not like, I mean, I have been on sets a couple times where the other, the guys just kind of all quiet into himself, and it just seems like when you talk and kind of like try to get some type of a conversation going before you kind of get to know that person a little bit, because you have to think about it. You only have a little bit of time, and what if you've never seen that guy before, or girl, or vice versa. So I like to at least talk to them, get a feel for them before we're on set and having sex.
Yeah.
It does.
I used to tell dudes, I'm like, nah, here's one of the ways you can help her get relaxed. Like, okay, after she got the shower, you need me to help you lotion up? You know what I'm saying?
And then obviously, when you are on set, if they need help, I mean, if they need help, getting hard or whatever they need, just make them feel comfortable. You can
look. I done help girls with instead, so yeah, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
You can kiss them, or you can, you know what I mean. You kind of just feel it. You kind of just get them to feel, but you definitely want some type of rapport before you just go on set.
Yeah, because the better the chemistry is, the better the scene gonna turn out. Period.
Oh, yeah.
And if she feels wanted and he feels wanted, it's a beautiful marriage. Period. And then of course the other part of it, the third part, is the camera guy. Period. And when all three are working simultaneously, you got a banging scene that will sell. Every time.
And that is true too, because the camera crew, that however, what they're doing is well.
Yeah, you just a sexy ass lady. It's just like you just exude sex appeal, period. And it's like even to the point like you wear heels, you don't see a lot of girls do that anymore. It's you portray yourself and carry yourself as a sex symbol. Speak to the importance of investing and carrying yourself as a sex symbol in this business, and how it helps a woman advance in this business.
Well, I think it's important how you carry yourself. I like to carry myself professional. Just like I love to meet people. I like everybody. I'm not cliquey. I like to dress up. I mean, I like to dress nice. I like classy stuff. I don't, I'm trying to, as far as the sex, I guess it depends on what you think of that. I like classy, not trashy. I love heels. I know guys love heels. I think it is a lot of it's how you carry yourself. If you feel confident in whatever it is you're wearing, that comes across. So I think, the way that you even just talk, walk, feel about yourself, that just has to exude, positive energy, good vibe. That's what I'm trying to do anyway.
Well, I know this much. I mean, your sex faces is sexy. Just, sexy.
Sweet and innocent until you're on camera, right?
Oh yes. I'm sorry. I'm like, shit. I want to smoke a cigarette. Just look at one of your trailers out this motherfucker.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite scene of mine? I don't know how many you've seen, but.
Well, I really like the one. Well, the one I'm looking at now, is the anal. Paying back my hubby debt. The anal scene.
Bridgezilla.
Yeah,
and I don't do much anal, honestly.
But see, here's the thing. I feel that because porn's becoming more extreme lately. Okay, and I always felt this. You shouldn't do everything too much. Period.
Right.
If you sit here, because what you end up doing is you desensitize it to your fans.
Mm-hmm.
If every scene you taking in your ass is not going to make as much of an impact when they see an anal scene. So I see wrong with you not doing a lot of anal scenes, period. But having the willingness of doing anal scenes, one, that's a bag you can tap into money wise, and two, it also opening you up for more bookings.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's true. The more that you're willing to do. I mean, I'm willing to do a lot of things. I just haven't been asked to do a lot of things. You know what I mean?
So what's something you would like to do that you ain't been asked yet?
Well,
that's gang bang. So we can check that off the list.
A gang bang with more than 3 people.
Oh, well, okay then. Well, I guess that.
Or just like more than a threesome. I like a threesome. I've done a
Mm.
couple,
Ooh.
but like with like a gangbang, like with a bunch of people, guys. I haven't. I think the most I've done was three. With
Yeah,
I guess
I
three.
was saying these three muscle dudes just had you surrounded. So what would be
Yeah,
your
the
if you
gangbang
get
goes
a game
up.
bang? What would be your perfect number?
For a gangbang.
Yeah, what would be your perfect number that you think you could take in a game bang?
Probably. I mean, I think maybe just like around maybe six.
Yeah.
That gives you
Hope
just enough, but not too many. But you know what I mean.
and hopefully all six of them is not a brickzilla. So,
Oh yeah, right.
oh my God, I'm gonna feel for you.
Yeah, yeah. Godzilla. Mm.
So are you interested in doing DP?
Oh, that is another thing. So I have never done that ever in my life.
Okay.
So yes, I would be interested in doing that. However, like I don't know if I just want to be on the company set the first time or if I just kind of want to do it on my
On your
own.
own, yeah.
You know
Because
what I'm
that's
saying?
the
If
biggest
I want to
conundrum.
be thrown into that, I don't know. I guess maybe.
Yeah. Because that's the conundrum. Do you want like your first big game bang or your first big, to do to be done with a professional company or done for yourself? Because always
My own.
the argument of content versus, getting paid. Because I
Yes.
do remember having them conversations with females that they had scenes that they wish that they did for themselves that the companies had,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah. So yes. So stuff like that, I most likely will do for my like do on my own because I'll get all the get paid on that. So that is one thing I'm working on right now because in the
Mm,
beginning I didn't really realize how important your own content was. And
mm,
I don't think I even did much of my own content for like my first year, just because I really didn't really, know how that worked. I kind of was uncomfortable with it,
mm-hmm.
just because you're there with some guy that you don't really know, and
And you
I
don't
don't,
know much about him, and you
yeah,
probably heard a
so,
couple of horror stories.
well, yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I think I didn't really have too many issues
Hmm.
with that, only on some of the filming. Like I didn't like the film, that was set that they filmed it and they didn't get good angles, or I didn't think
Hmm.
it was high quality. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
You're just dealing with that. So now I have my own cameraman that
yeah. Hmm.
does all the angles and everything, and so I know, that the quality is going to come out exactly how I want
Yeah,
it.
cause
And,
that would spoil me because I had my own cameraman. So it's kind of like when you have your own cameraman, one, you're gonna get the content right then and there, and
oh
two,
yeah, that's another one.
when you have a cameraman, they know how to film you because they filmed you enough to know your
Yeah,
angles and know how to work. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And he's also my man. So that worked out
Mhm.
great. So it works out
Shouts out to
great.
a man out this motherfucker. I
Yes,
my
he's
high
great. He does so
five.
much for me.
Most definitely. So with that being said, people, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's the time where the pussies go dry, the dicks go limp. Let's talk about the business. And Miss Lady has been in this business 3 years at a high level. And of course, I know you probably, I don't know what you might have heard about porn, but there's always a misconception it's easy. It's quick money. Girls come in, make money just like that. They don't understand the work behind the scenes and everything. So speak to some of the misconceptions about the money, about the work, and the whole nine of this business, so people can understand the real.
Okay. So people do, have misconceptions. But and I don't know what other people do, but as for me, it
Mm,
is a business. Um, I treat it, just like that.
mm,
And so I'm usually always on a business aspect, thinking, as
mm,
far as whatever it is that I do or my next move, and everything like that. It's always about business. Um, a lot of people have misconceptions because it is very much like a real job.
yeah.
That's how I look at it. That's how it feels. I mean, obviously, no, it's probably the best job, but and with that, I mean, I kind of really, after I kind of was just threw myself into it without really knowing about everything. But there's
Mm-hmm.
so many different opportunities. There's just like it's just so much. There's so many different platforms. It's just
Mm-hmm.
unlimited income opportunities everywhere.
Yeah.
Uh, so I mean, I think I was really surprised in the beginning at first, like
Mm-hmm.
and then I just tried to work at every angle. And it is hard because there's so much to do. There's so much you can do and be successful at that sometimes it can get overwhelming. But
Yeah.
it's also you have your own freedom. You're your own boss. Everything you do, like the harder you work,
Mm-hmm.
it just comes back to you. Like, so it's like when I was working regular jobs, which I had a good job for a lot of years. Um, Good hours still, and everything,
Yeah.
but you're still working for somebody. So now I can work for myself. And I think the it's, what I liked the best is my freedom to
Mm-hmm.
do what I want to do, to make as much money as as possible. The more I work, the more money I make.
Yeah.
I'm not limited. And the time, I can do it around my own time. I have time to do whatever I want. I can work I can do my work around what it is that I want to really do in life.
Mm-hmm.
So
Most definitely. So, do you webcam?
I, well, not well, let's see. I did try. I have webcam. Let me just put it that way. I
Mm-hmm.
have, but, it's not my favorite thing to do because I think I always feel like I have to sit there and just entertain everybody every minute. So, how some girls just sit there, I don't know. To me, it's kind of slow for me. I mean,
Yeah.
if I had to do it, I would,
Mm. Yeah.
definitely. But since I have other options and stuff that I can do that it's
Which goes to
less,
my point that girls do it all have more ways to make money because it's kind of like you don't necessarily need to do webcamming because I'm pretty sure you get custom videos, orders.
right,
Plus, I'm pretty sure your content sell very well. Plus, on top of that, paid gigs,
right.
period, and everything.
That's true. So, you kind of have to wait out. I'm only one person. I can only do so much.
Hmm.
If I need, if I need to do it or something, obviously I will. I'll do what I need to do. I'll sit there for all day if I need, what I mean? But if I can just, do other things that I can make more money in a shorter amount of time, because remember, I'm trying to work
Yeah.
smarter, not harder.
Harder. Yes, yes, yes. Work smart, not hard, people. And
Yeah.
so with that, because like you said, your boyfriend, your hubby, he's your camera guy. So with that being said, who pretty much keeps up with like the marketing and promotion side of things? Is it you or a combination of both of y'all?
Well, it is kind of a combination of both of us, but he does do like more of my marketing and stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because that's the hard
just
part.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't want to do it. It's hard. And just from honestly, like for me, and I mean everybody has their own things they're good at, but for me, I don't know why. Thinking of what to say and how to say it is just hard for me.
Yeah, you can. I've had to do that for myself and do that for podcasting. Now that I'm in the
Yeah.
podcasting
And,
space, so
I mean,
and
and I
coming
think
up
I
with
just
and coming up with titles for the scenes and shit.
yes, that stuff's hard. People think that's like for me because I want to overthink it. Like what sounds good, blah blah blah. Like I think
Yeah.
I just overthink things too much.
Mm.
Um, and then sometimes, I mean, sometimes you do scenes that you think aren't gonna sell well,
Yeah.
and sometimes they sell the best. It's weird.
Oh
But
no, trust me. I done had like because I used to work with girls and manage them a little bit, and I have girls who talk shit about them like, that girl, I'm gonna outsell her. She don't look all that good.
yeah,
And then when time comes, the girl she was
hmm
talking shit about doubles her output.
yeah. So you never really know, and sometimes. one thing I did though, you can't compare yourself to other people.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you're comparing, whether it's, oh, she's not as pretty as me or she's pretty or whatever, because that'll surprise you. It's not all about looks.
No, it's personality.
A lot of it
It's
is
personality.
a lot of it's personality. Because you're looking at some people, like when I first started, I'd look and be like, how's she getting all this and that? And, what, the different, you look at the different people. And sometimes it surprises you, but, what I always try to do is just, I can only do what I know how to do. So,
and
whatever
you
you
do it
try to
well.
do, what works for you.
And you do it very well, I mean.
I try.
Cause I was like, when I first saw you, I was like, oh my God, she's just gorgeous from head to toe. I just, you know what I'm saying? And I just love your energy. You seem like you the type of person come on set, it just brightens everybody's day. Period.
Well, I try to.
Well, I mean, that smile brighten my day. You brighten my day coming on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, that's good because I know you've been trying, and honestly, I don't know why, but I don't do, like, I've had a lot of people hit me up for interviews and stuff, and I don't know why, but at first I'm always like, I don't really want to do an interview because I don't know why. Maybe I just think of like, I don't know what I'm going to say, or, blah, blah, blah. But, so yeah, so, I'm glad you did keep hitting me up, and, because I don't know why I feel like that, but the more I do, the more
it's funny because I tell people, I say,
look how easy, It's like,
it's just funny because sometimes people are more comfortable with a dick in their mouth than a mic in their face. So,
I'm done with my lines now. Can we just get to the juicy part?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and
fuck. I don't have to talk.
Period. Because trust me, I mean, because not everybody's a talker. Period. You, on the other hand, you are a better talker than you give yourself credit to, though.
No, I do like to talk with people, but I think when I'm just put on the spot, like,
yeah,
I like to be open. Like, I like to just be, be free to just say whatever, whenever. But
and that's my platform. We don't hold nothing back. We keeps it 100 on my shit. Sugarcoats nothing.
Well, I did do. I think I've done one interview that was like a video interview with Lily. Was with Lily.
Yeah, that's my pod mommy.
Yeah, Lily Craven, because I think I felt, also she's a good, she's a good, hey, just come on, hop on, it's okay, blah blah blah. But I know her.
Sweetheart.
Yes, I know her, so it was easier. I'm like, okay, come on, let's just, But
well, I know this much. I plan to bring you back though myself, but I want to bring you back.
I would love to.
So I saw you went to did you go to the Exotic in Chicago this year?
I did not. I probably most likely will be going to the one in New Jersey.
That's where I plan to go, actually. And if you go, I want it in person. I want to get you face to face and take a couple pictures of you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
For the
for sure.
Because that's what I plan to do. Because it's gonna be weird. Because the last time I went to go do shoots, and I had 7 booked. They ended up with just doing 2. Now watch, as a podcast, I bet I get every freaking interview that I want. But as a male talent, I couldn't get every shoot that I want.
Right? That's funny. Yeah, I think I did go to the Exotic. I went to when I first started, I went to the Exotica in New Jersey.
New Jersey be popping. I don't care nobody say. To me, it's the best one.
And that was super fun. I didn't know anybody, so I'm like, but
I'm pretty sure they know you now. I said, I'm pretty sure they know you now.
Well, yeah, now I'm sure. But back then I went to do a content scene for one of my good friends, actually. Now he's a good friend of ours, but that was with Rodney St. Cloud.
Yes, I was looking at I think one of the scenes that you did with him. That dude, he acquired a hit list himself, man. That Stripping in the Hood. I love that shit.
Yes, I didn't even know it was so big, but you know how so many people like saw me first in that on that, because I did his, I think right after Score. He was the first small, like just kind of like like he has his own strippers in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
But he is such a cool guy. Like we're really good friends now.
Yeah,
Like,
because
he's cool. He's a good guy.
I've been watching him for years, man. I was like, that's how I found Selena
Yeah,
Scott.
that's what a lot of people say. I'm like, and then when I talked to him, because he's had that website, because he started out as a stripper way back, in the day
Mm-hmm.
when he was actually a stripper. But his website, his site, he's had his own site for like what, 20 years?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
He was doing stripping in the hood when I came in the damn game. Okay, let's make that clear. And I was in the game in 2006, so I remember seeing him sashaying across the screen. Goddamn, with stripper outfit, the girl sitting there touching his chest like, ooh.
Yeah, and he's still. You know what's so cool about it is he's still doing it. He's stuck with it. He's doing great. Like that's what he's doing, and he still has that.
Okay, because I always said this: men seem to have a longer career than women in this business. What do you equate to that?
You think men seem to have a longer?
It seemed like they stay longer in the business than women do. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, you had like a Richard Man. He been in the business forever. You know what I'm saying? Sean Don. Guys that have decades. It's more guys that got decades under their belt than that of females in the business to a certain extent.
I am not really sure about that. I wish I would have started this earlier because I kind of started later in my years. Because if I would have started even another 10 years before, I would be that much more ahead. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you're saying. But it seems like to
me, I
kind
of feel like I'm time limited.
No, actually, you came in right on time because I don't know your age, and you never told me. And my mama told me never ask me her age.
That's right.
So she probably 25 years old. But anyway, no, to be honest with you, seriously, a lot of women seem to have more success when they come in, and longevity when they come in later on in life than younger, especially nowadays, because the MILF is the shit.
Right. And I think to that though, I think coming in as a more mature person, a woman, I think that was a big plus. Because I think you already know yourself. You kind of already have been through a lot. I just think you can just handle a lot more. Take everything so personal. I think a lot of maybe the younger girls, everything's more personal and they compare so much to other people, a lot more distractions. They still haven't found themselves. Then you have society, looking down on them and, stuff like that. Because I think as you get a little bit older, you just really don't give a shit.
Yeah, basically.
You're not paying what you do. I'm not, you're not paying my bills. Are you paying my bills? No. Okay. Well, then don't worry about what I'm doing. It's not affecting you. That is kind of funny how some people, they'll look down on you like, I can't believe you're doing this. And, they get mad, oh, so-and-so seen you. But, well, okay. If so-and-so saw me.
Why was he watching?
He had to go and look for me. I'm not throwing myself in people's faces. I'm not putting my stuff out in front of, whoever's face for you to watch. Yeah. So, it's kind of funny that people do that because they're the ones watching it.
No, but see, to me, what it is more of envy. Envy that you're able to be sexually free in a way that they cannot. Because the beauty about, but they choose not to. Because they're ashamed of what they like.
They're ashamed of what, I think most people don't do it is because they are worried about being accepted by others.
Yes.
And that's it. Because if everyone said, you know what, I don't care what you do. That doesn't affect me anyway.
No, I'm gonna tell you the funny shit. I love hearing a woman sit here talking about some. My kids might see it, and you ain't even got kids yet.
Exactly.
You worry about some shit, and then to be honest with you,
you have to be at a point. Well, honestly, you should have. Well, I shouldn't say that, but hopefully, you've raised your kids in a way that they're not judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
But
see, I'm gonna tell you this: what ends up happening is even if the kid might be judgmental, after a while, when he noticed mommy goes to work, I get new clothes.
No,
And
exactly.
it
So
changes then. Christmas a
yeah,
little bit better this year.
exactly. So when you're helping people pay their bills and
Yeah, they
you
look at
know
it differently.
they look at it a little bit different. I mean, at first, they do look at it if they're, most people are like, I can't believe you're doing that. But the whole thing is I'm just doing stuff that everyone else is already doing it.
Yeah,
Okay, just I mean, you can go online and see me. Okay, but you're doing the same. I'm not doing anything different than anyone else is really doing.
yeah. Because some of these
So
people just doing it. 'Cause I remember, and I'm pretty sure you remember this. Shit, motherfucker was doing the shit for free in the Facebook groups. Okay.
yeah, I've even had friends that said that. Well, shoot, when I was single, I was doing that flying here and there and for free,
Yeah.
and then, so I mean, it depends on what you look. And I've changed my outlook because,
Mm-hmm.
at one point in my life, I thought I would never do that. There's no way. And even like when you think about strippers, when I was younger, I was like, I would never do that. There's no way. It's you have to be a certain type of person to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't. You don't. You just get
But
sick of
see,
working the same 9 to 5, living,
yeah.
caring
But to me,
about
I
whatever
think
else.
this business give women empowerment when it comes to sexuality and and sexuality as well as mentally. Because one, there's no greater honor than a dude spending money to watch you for your time.
Right.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I know it does great for the ego because you have men that are literally wanting you, jerking off to you, want to see you. When you go to the conventions, they are fucking ecstatic to see you and want to touch you. And you know what I'm saying? So I know
Yeah.
it does it because I know some females felt sexually suppressed before they got in porn. And then when they
Right.
found and kind of found themselves in porn and found their stride and their confidence in them. Because I heard some people say, I didn't consider myself good looking. I didn't know when
Yeah.
men would want me, and people don't realize how empowering it is to be a porn star.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really look at it that way before.
Yeah. Because think about it, it's kind of like, for example, it was a time where women that were built like you were shamed. Now, women that's built like you are glorified. We love them. We You, we don't want no toothpick. We want Kalani Kai. We want that thick. We want that thickness.
Yeah.
Period and stuff. Because walking in, did you think that you would be this popular amongst men and even women to a certain extent?
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah. So because I'm newer in the business, like
Mm-hmm.
every year that goes by, it is like, oh wow. Well, people will say, oh, this and that, and I'm like, how like you forget. Well, I do. I'm like, oh, they're like, well, you did this and that, and I'm like, oh, okay. Or maybe I'm a little more humble. I don't know. But
You've been in business a minute when you forget scenes. Like, damn, yeah, I did do that scene, didn't I? Especially when the family like, yeah, I liked you when you did it, when you was working with such and such, and then you be like,
sometimes you know, but sometimes I can see like you could forget, like, oh shoot, I remember that, but I don't remember the exacts on it.
Yeah. Because as the numbers go up with your filming, it's kind of hard to mirror everything. Because even with me, like y'all in this generation, it took
Yeah.
me 15 years to see 400. Y'all hitting triple digits within the first like 8 months nowadays.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that is true though. With all the social media and everything, it's like, wow.
So how often do you film content?
Okay, so let's just say I need to do more content. Like I said, the first year I didn't do much. The second year I started doing more. Now this last year, I mean, it's hard because I live far. Like I'm currently in Idaho and there's nobody here. I mean, if you are here and you are a performer, like if you are in Idaho and you are a performer, let me know. But so I have to fly in everywhere, so that makes it kind of harder,
Yeah,
what I mean? And it's not like I can just go downtown or go over a few miles, because if I did live in like Vegas or Miami, I'm sure I'd have tons of content, because I do know like content really is where it's at.
Yeah.
So that's why it is important to have good, like a kind of like a good crew of content people that you can just keep doing content with. I'm still kind of looking for that. found a few people so far, but
Well,
I
I
did need
mean,
to do more because that's, that's where it's at financially. I want to, have my
now,
own.
now, I will say this. This is where I think helps you also, because I'm pretty sure the content that you do at the rate you do, you sell well. Let's keep it 100. You do sell well. I can tell. Okay, and certain people you can tell they get a decent check.
I
And
mean,
they
I
move
feel like
away.
I sell it, but I feel like if I had more,
Yeah.
that would just be that much more. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because
But
right now I only do like, I'll go this year. I haven't really done, I've been pretty busy with family and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
Um, but I'll only do like, I don't know, maybe I'll go to Vegas and try to bust out 4 scenes. I'll go there
mm-hmm.
for 4 or 5 days.
But I think
And then
because
I won't do it for another 3 or 4 months.
but I think your quality oversees your quantity. That's why I think that would help you a lot. That's why I said, yeah, if you was able to film more, you probably would definitely kill it because at the rate you're filming now and the quality that you film it makes up for the lack of quantity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Me,
I think I only have, I think I counted, I don't know, I only have like 65 scenes of my own. I mean, that doesn't sound, when I sat
it
there and
feel like
thought
you
about it,
shot
it's really
over
not a
200, but go ahead.
lot. No, I have been, and I have been wanting to do more with, there's a lot of, there's companies that I do want to work for, just kind of to be out in the spotlight, to keep myself out there, in the spotlight, and you know what I mean? And I'm just waiting on those, but I am going to be starting with the talent agency soon, so hopefully I'll be out there more.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Ooh,
Because
so
I'm just on my own. I've just been on my own. I don't have an agent or anything.
so you said now it's time for you to pull an agent in.
Yeah,
So
just to see what
that's a
happens.
conundrum. When is it? Because that's a question that a lot of girls be wanting to ask themselves. When do I go get an agent? Because not everybody is ready for an agent or can benefit from one.
Yeah, but if you don't try it, you won't know. So I mean, I've been doing fine by myself, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm only hitting certain, a few different ones. Some people, I think some companies they might only pull by agents.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Oh
I mean,
yeah, I believe that.
all I have to do is message an email and,
Mm-hmm.
if I try to know somebody that knows somebody, or,
I know this much.
but
When
I
if
don't
you
know
get
anyone.
But see, if I truly believe if you do get an agent, because like I said, your look and your body, and plus the fact you're a MILF, you check off a lot of boxes, and you do a lot, and you're interested in doing a lot. Are you into BDSM?
Am I what?
Into BDSM? Bondage.
Oh,
Submissive.
like bondage and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't really done that. I would, but I haven't done that yet. Haven't,
Yeah.
tried that.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of things I haven't tried.
Yeah. Let her come out with a bondage scene. Every
I
motherfucking
think I would do a good job.
Your phone will blow up with goddamn dudes from in the BDSM lifestyle that be Bell Time like, she do bondage? Oh yes, goddamn.
I mean,
Because go
I
ahead.
think I mean, I'm sure I could do it. I mean, most of the time I can do it. Even if I'm like, oh, I've never done this before, I'll just try to, obviously I've got to do a good scene. So, but some things come more natural. Like
Yeah,
like in general, I think I'm more, and I know people love to, they want me to be the, what do you call it, the aggressive MILF, but
yeah.
I think in real life, I'm more, I,
I
I
would
would
have
rather
treated you
be
as
more
submissive
passive.
milk. I would have treated you as
I'd
submissive.
be more submissive.
Yeah, like I'll be the
Just
guy.
like my personality in general, like real life.
Yeah, because it was like if even we did a boss scene with you being the boss, I would switch to where I'm blackmailing you. You get what I'm coming from?
Yeah, no,
Type
but even
situation.
in some scenes where I am,
Yeah.
being then sometimes they turn into I'm the submissive somehow. I don't
Mhm.
know, but
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's how it works. It's like at first, you make the motherfucker do what you need, and then of course he takes over. Because I mean,
yeah,
your look, the way you look like a dominant woman.
right.
You feel me? The energy that you give off, you look so. it doesn't surprise me that they have you be the MILF that probably is aggressive to the young man, or the boss that tells the employee. You feel what I'm saying? Even though, yeah, probably during the scene, he takes over and you become the submissive.
Right, exactly. That's what happens.
Yeah,
because
but
I think it's just because I think it's your natural tendencies come out.
Yeah.
In like certain types of situations. I've noticed that, but it was fine because it still came out good. So then you kind of get a little of both.
Oh yeah. But see, that's the beauty of telling the story. You feel me? Because if you ain't employed, because let's be real, if the boss tell me to go fuck her, right? Oh, I get to fuck the shit out of her and break her fucking back because she done made me work all these damn long ass hours and I couldn't take a vacation. Yeah, he gonna take over on me. That's naturally what it's supposed to be. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not everybody's bag is BDSM anyway. Period. If I truly believe if you don't do it naturally and it's something that you do off camera, it's not going to come great on camera because it's not authentic. And certain genres.
Also, is if you've never been exposed to stuff and then you're exposed, I mean, you might like it.
Mm-hmm. Might be like, yeah. Now with you, I mean, bondage wise, I don't think anybody would give a shit because I think you'll take to it like from watching you getting face fucked by Brickzilla. Shit, you doing a rough bondage scene. It's not too far fetched for you, boo boo.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think I could pretty much do. I mean, I think I could pretty much do any type of scene. Obviously anything I do, I'm going to try to do a good job.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to knock it out. But there are some that come more natural to me just because that's really like how I am in real life.
Me, like, even when I get a sense, like, I wouldn't even do a body scene with you. I'd be doing like a lot of the role plays. You know what I'm saying? Like the housewife, the stuff of that nature, because to me, it's nothing wrong with that because it's a realistic fantasy. And that's what people want to see, period. And so it's kind of like, I can see you be the MILF next door. I can see you be my boss. I can see you be the hotel manager come knocking on my door because I'm making too many fucking noises and catch my ass butt ass naked.
Exactly. Yeah.
And stuff of that nature. Because like I said, I mean, that trust me, I would have done a treasure trove of scenes with you, darling. It would have been a pleasure working with you because I was like, when I saw you, I was like, that's what I would love to work with. Because because it's because you can give me the MILF and you can even give me younger depending on your hairstyle. I can see that. You're the kind of person like. No,
tell me what you want. I mean, like I said, some will come more natural, but otherwise, I'll just do it anyway.
Oh yeah, I can see it hands down. Shit, I can even have you play a mechanic. Because I'm loving you. I'm loving you in that race outfit. That shit fire.
Oh, the race one I did for Hustler.
Yeah.
It was like that was a magazine.
Damn.
The magazine, Hustler magazine.
She done work for Hustler, everything. See that how I know your butt gonna be a legend. You in the 3 years you didn't hit all the big dogs and continue getting hit back. See, that's the other part.
The ones I have worked with, the companies, like I'll message them. You know what I mean? Like they brought me back. Hopefully I'll get back with Brazzers.
I'm pretty sure because that was the worst thing that girls was worried about back in the day was being what was called overshot. When you come in the game hot and everybody shot you, and in year 2 ain't nobody calling.
Exactly.
So that's why I used to tell girls, focus on your content. Because
that's really where it's all at, though, is on your own stuff. Like now I see I do need to be out there. It is good to be out there with the big companies for your brand. And it's like an advertisement. Plus you get to meet new people and stuff like that. But for your own brand, you need to put out good quality content for your own and find what type of niche you have. I mean,
and then plus also working with the major companies, it gets you the chance to network with the male talents to set up content trade shoots for down the line.
Yeah, because so I've met guys, working because you have to work with them, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you kind of can tell some guys you flow better with.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people that you just flow better with, and then it makes your scene easier. And everyone's different. Everybody can say that, you know. I mean, you might flow good with one person, and you know, the next person may not. But if you flow well with the person, it makes your scene so much better.
Yeah.
Because people can tell. You'd be surprised.
Yes,
I
they
have
can.
friends that sit there and say, "Oh, well, I know you weren't really feeling him," or you know, "Oh, I know you feel this," but
Oh,
you
trust
know,
me, I know. My fans used to tell me, they be like, "You didn't like that girl too tough, did you? Did you, Big Country?" We could tell the
yeah,
stroke just wasn't the same, Big Country. We could tell.
yeah. But a lot of times in your mind, you don't really want to say, but in your mind, you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, how'd they know?" It comes across that well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it like even with me, like not every girl. I tell people, not every girl that I work with, I would have fucked in my normal sex life.
Oh yeah.
So what helped me is getting to know them, talking to them, getting to know their personality. And then
Hmm.
also I'm a fiend for heels. So if she has some sexy ass heels, you caught my attention already. So
Yeah, and I think for like a woman, like if I get to know the person and we work together a lot, like you
mm,
get to be friends with them, and it's just easier. Like it's more
yeah,
enjoyable.
yeah,
Um, because it's like I don't know, it's just it's kind of weird when I think about it now because I never thought about like, oh wow, it's just gonna be having sex with people just for a job or for
hmm,
like I'm not really in a relationship with that person.
yeah. And to me, it was, I mean, like with me, when I got into the business, I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I kind of was coached into it, but it was like, once I learned to separate that business from that personal, and
Oh
that's why
yeah.
I tell guys, yes, it is strongly mental
Hmm.
because you got to remember, no matter how good the sex is, how fine she is, how good the head is, how good she ride the dick, especially like Miss Kalani does, you're there because of work. You wouldn't have never met her if it wasn't for the fact you're doing porn. So I always kept that in the back of my mind, no matter what, period. And two, I kind of like it that after we done did all that, it goes back to normal because I feel like this: I'm already gonna fuck you anyway, so
Right. I think a lot of people think that, like, well, shit, I don't have to have a relate. You know what I mean? Because it's not about
yeah,
that. But then
yeah.
you can look forward to the next time. Oh, you're in town. Okay, yeah, let's do a dope scene, or let's do some hot scene. And you start to talk about like, like, oh, I want to do this type of scene. This person would be good for that, or
Oh yeah, that's how I used to. That's how I pick my girls. It's like a scene I might come up with, and she fit the look. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah.
like that's just how it
Well,
works. But anyway,
that's how the companies do it. They
oh yeah,
hey, who would who fits this? But I think I think I don't know. I think I just like I want to get out to all these events and stuff because I like meeting people. Like I see people on
yeah.
Twitter, but just to actually meet them, in real person is different. Um, so with COVID now, it's kind of getting over and everything. Hopefully, can get out to these events and actually meet everybody.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure as soon as you announce you're going, your DM is gonna blow up like nitro. You ain't got to worry about me. Am I gonna get booked? You gonna have to be turning away bookings. I already see it. I already see it.
Oh, I don't think I have yet.
So
I'm trying to think. No.
most definitely. So I know I done held you up. I know you're a busy woman, and of course I want to bring you back for more episodes.
That would be
Most
great.
definitely. So with that,
Let's come back.
like the question I always ask everybody, including Miss Lily, can I call you my smoke buddy?
Yes,
Say
definitely.
no. So y'all heard it, people. Miss Kalani Kai will be back here on the Smokers Lounge, and not only will she be back on the Smokers Lounge, she'll be back in the premium smoke room. And Miss Kai, let me tell you about the premium smoke room.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
tell
where
me.
we get more uncensored, more dirty, more nastier, more open than we do on the lounge here. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, fellas, if you want to hear what her really, really, really get down and dirty with the talk, subscribe for $4.99 a month. Plus, on top of that, you get the opportunity to enjoy 5 premium podcasts with weekly episodes. So there you go. And Miss Lady, now with that being said, tell everybody we can spend money on you. Hello?
Yes.
No, I would say tell everybody where they can spend money on you.
Oh, tell everyone thinks so. Yes. Definitely find me on Twitter under Kaylani Kai Triple X. I'm also on my onlyfans.com/KaylaniKai I do have a vid store. It is onlyfans.com/KaylaniKai-vids. I'm on Loyal Fans as well and Sex Panther and Instagram under Instagram.com/KKai_Inc. So come find me.
Yes, and spend that money. Get a subscription. Download the scene. If she make it 6 figures, let's make it 7 figures, people. Let's do it. That's all I'm saying.
Let's do it. It'll be worth your time and money.
Trust me, and from the pictures I done seen, it's very worth it. Shit make a brother want to come out of retirement, I say. So with that being said, you know how we end this every day, all day, people. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you didn't learn anything? Smoke this over. Thank you for coming to the lounge. I can't wait to bring you back.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking with you, and I will see you soon.
No doubt. Take care.
Black Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right.